Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Total world victory of Hare Krishna. It's Bhagavad-gītā as it is. By His Divine Grace, Srila A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. Today is Chapter 5, Text 17, Special Edition. We're at Mark and Tane's place in an undisclosed location at the Coromandel. We're here for the, in Waihi. We're here for the 8-hour Kirtan festival that's happening tomorrow. So you're going to get everyone. Okay, present. Let's share the screen. Which screen are we going to share? It's going to be this one. Okay, 5:17. Let's go. Oh, actually, let me put this banner along the bottom. Show. Bhagavad-gītā 5:17. Tad-buddhayas tad-ātmānas tan-niṣṭhās tat-parāyaṇāḥ gacchanty apunar-āvṛttiṁ jñāna-nirdhūta-kalmaṣāḥ. Tad-buddhayaḥ, one whose intelligence is always in the Supreme. Tad-ātmānaḥ, one whose mind is always in the Supreme. Tat-niṣṭhāḥ, whose mind is only meant for the Supreme. Tat-parāyaṇāḥ, who has taken complete shelter of Him. Gacchanty, goes. Apunar-āvṛttiṁ, liberation. Jnana, knowledge. Nirdhūta, cleanses. Kalmaṣāḥ, misgivings. You found the text, Mark? 5:17. Chapter 5, text 17. Let's check the diff. Okay, it's the same in the first and the second edition. You got it?
Yep.
Okay, cool. You want to read the translation?
Okay.
Okay, nice and loud for the internet.
Okay. When one's intelligence, mind, faith, and refuge are all fixed in the Supreme, then one becomes fully cleansed of misgivings through complete knowledge, and thus proceeds straight on the path of liberation.
Woo! You want to do the purport as well?
Okay.
Okay.
The Supreme Transcendental Truth is Lord Kṛṣṇa. The whole Bhagavad-gītā centers around the declaration that Krishna is the Supreme Personality of Godhead. That is the version of all Vedic literature. Paratattva means... Shall I read on there?
Yeah, actually, yeah, because this is the first edition here, which is slightly different to the second edition. Well, you need to find it on here. Paratattva there.
Paratattva means the supreme reality, who is understood by the knowers of the Supreme as Brahman, Paramātmā and Bhagavān. There is nothing more than that. The Lord says...
You missed a line.
Okay.
It starts with Bhagavān.
Bhagavān.
This is how whole lines have been missed out in the first edition.
Okay.
That they put back in the second edition. Here's how it happens. The line ends with Bhagavān. The next line starts with Bhagavān.
Oh, yeah.
And so you just kind of skip right over it.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Paramātmā and Bhagavān. Bhagavān, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, is the last word in the Absolute. There is nothing more than that. The Lord says, mattaḥ, parataraṁ, nānyat, kiñcit, asti,
dhanañjaya. There is no truth superior to me.
Personal Brahman is also supported by Krishna. Brahmaṇo pashtishtam. Therefore, in all ways, Krishna is the supreme reality, one whose mind, intelligence, faith, and refuge are always in Krishna, or in other words, one who is fully in Krishna consciousness is undoubtedly washed clean of all misgivings and is in perfect knowledge in everything concerning transcendence. A Krishna conscious person can thoroughly understand that there is duality, simultaneous identity and individuality in Krishna, and equipped with such transcendental knowledge, one can make steady progress on the path of liberation.
Joy. See if we got any comments so far, or any viewers, in fact. Dun, dun, dun. Millions. Many of them as yet unborn, watching this in the archives and YouTube and the internet. Okay, commentary by His Divine Grace, Mark. What's your purport on the purport?
Oh. Kind of. Misgivings. It just shows that that the Krishna conscious process will destroy the all the terrible actions that we've done. You know, so much karmic. That's what I sort of see in there. The misgivings. Was cleaner of all misgivings. It was quite fearful to think. And then
Kalmaṣāḥ, it says here, misgivings. All material contamination and whose sinful reactions. Very interesting, huh? Because it seems like the verse is saying all material contamination, all sinful reactions. But in the purport, Srila Prabhupada is saying that basically what you get cleansed of is not like karmic reactions, but misgivings about the nature of the Supreme.
Oh, yeah.
Misgivings of the nature of the Supreme.
Yeah.
Like, what does it mean?
Well, I mean, here it starts off by talking about this here, Paratattva means the supreme reality, who is understood by knowers of the Supreme as Brahman, Paramātmā and Bhagavān. That's a verse from, I think it's the second canto or first canto. Brahmeti, Paramātmeti, Bhagavāniti Shabdyate. Tat the Vedanta, Tat Yaj I can't remember the other part of it. Those who are knowers of truth understand the Supreme Absolute Truth in three phases as Brahman, Paramātmā, and Bhagavān. You know, and then in the purport, Srila Prabhupada talks about the mountain seen at a distance, close up, and then when you're on the mountain, you see the people. Then it's got that mattaḥ, parataраṁ, nānyat, kiñcit, asti, dhanañjaya. There's no truth superior to me. Everything rests on me as pearls are strung on a thread. And then that brahmaṇo hi pratishthaham. I am the resting place of the Supreme Brahman. So it's talking about the Supreme Brahman, Bhagavān, and Paramātmā and the relationship between the three. And then it talks about identity, simultaneous identity and individuality. So again, Prabhupada's preaching against the pure non-dual conception, you know, that it's all one, we're all God. Those are the misgivings.
I see.
Oh, yeah. I'm Shiva, you are Shiva.
Shiva hum. Yeah, I am divine consciousness.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is kind of true. You know, Shiva is the aggregate consciousness of all the living entities in the material world. Shiva is the aggregate consciousness of all the material of all the living entities in the material world. You know, because like Shiva, so Shiva is like an aspect of Paramātmā.
Oh.
You know, because like what is
the mode of ignorance, eh?
Yeah. So what is like what you know? Because Shiva is the supreme soul in contact with material nature, right? The mode of ignorance. Good night.
Good night.
Good night, Stanley.
Good night, Stanley.
Good night, Gwendolyn. Can I get a high five? Can I get a high five? Gwendolyn. Gwendolyn with no G. Gwendolyn.
Yeah.
Okay.
Not Gwendolyn.
Gwendolyn with a U. W. Yeah, so Shiva is you know, like the Jiva is the individual consciousness in contact with material energy. And then Shiva is all of the consciousness in contact with material energy.
Okay. That's wicked.
Okay, over to you, Isabella. Your
Oh, yep.
purport on the purport
Oh, no.
or the verse.
Well, so what Cedar Potty said. Thank you. Goodbye. Time for last time. Oh. I was eating. I was barely listening, child. I was eating my food because I was hungry. Which tab is the thingy we're Bobby on? I'm like blind.
There.
The lion.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, so now I gotta read. Everything supported by Kṛṣṇa.
Brahmaṇo-āvṛttiṁ is it?
Brahmaṇo-āvṛttiṁ. One who's mind intelligent, faith, and refuge. So, if you, my friends, are fully in Kṛṣṇa consciousness, like seva, chanting, doing your duties, your dharma, all of that, washed clean of all misgivings. So that's like your karma. Your karma is washed. Your record is wiped. Woohoo. Don't do that in real life because you don't want like a criminal record. I mean, if you have a criminal record, that's okay. But like in the spiritual world, you get completely washed of all the karmic things that you have done. And imperfect knowledge of anything concerning transcendence. So you're like real smart about it. And although I thoroughly understand the duality. Simultaneous identity. So when you understand the first part of the purport out here, which I have, it's going to take me ages to read. So
What? You weren't listening when we read it?
I was eating.
You can't eat and listen at the same time, huh?
I
thought females were supposed to be able to multitask.
Oh my gosh! But a fine example. I was eating and I was listening for part of it, and then I wasn't listening for another part of it. So I got the second part, but I didn't get the first because it had a lot of fancy words, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to focus on my food because it is prasadam, and never ever don't focus on mahaprasad unless it's like for like Kṛṣṇa conscious reasons.
Never don't focus? What?
No, like
never don't forget Kṛṣṇa. Always. Always never don't forget Kṛṣṇa. What?
That's my new motto now. Never don't forget Kṛṣṇa. But no, I was out here like, with prasadam, you went to like relish it and like, it was like an Narenddra's book about something. He's like really serious about like mahaprasad has to be respected and relished. So go get Narenddra's book. It's nice.
Which one?
The one that you.
That's not Narenddra's book. That's gacchanty does.
The book about Narendra by gacchanty.
Kirtan Revolution.
Kirtan Revolution. Pretty good book. Actually, really good book. Yeah. Woohoo. Somebody needs to hire me as like a marketer for these things, like doing sales promotions, Okay, so I'm just gonna skim read it. Give me a second. You can watch Cedar Potty and his Mridanga for a second.
Yeah, I'm gonna lower the bottom end of this Mridanga for the kirtan tomorrow because it's really high. And the way to do that is you can put water on it, but Vyasaki was telling me that the best way to do it is to put a thread underneath this part here and put water on the thread, and then it holds it under there. So I'm going to try that. I tried it before. It hasn't really dropped it that much, but we'll try it again.
All right. Keep going.
Okay, so Paratattva means the supreme reality. Paratattva, who is understood by the knowers of the Supreme as Brahman. So Paratattva, when they know the Supreme, Paratattva becomes Brahman, and Paramātmā and Bhagavān. Brahman, Paramātmā and Bhagavān. So Bhagavān, or the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Kṛṣṇa, woohoo, is the last word of the absolute. Okay. It's gonna take me a while to actually get this. So
Next.
pass on to Prahlad.
Prahlad, over to you. There you go. Find me something plastic I can push this on.
Small thing.
Tad or something. Wheels are dropping like flies. Keep talking. You didn't listen to the conversation so far?
I was in the bathroom.
Okay. Everyone's got an excuse.
Yeah, we all do. Congrats. What a coin was?
No. Something plastic. Like a tab from a
Phrasing?
Yeah. Something like that. Credit card maybe. Yeah. Try that.
It says one whose intelligence, mind, faith, and refuge are all fixed in the Supreme. Thus one becomes fully cleansed of misgivings.
Mm-hmm.
We're currently watching the Krishna, what is it?
Krishna's, what is it? Guru, Karma, and Murder or something?
Yeah.
The new 3-part miniseries that's on Peacock.
Which is about New Vrindavan and Kirtanananda. And just thinking about, when it says fully cleansed of misgivings through complete knowledge, it's an interesting thought to think, someone who committed, the acts that Kirtanananda committed, would he be fully cleansed of misgivings?
Well, how does Prabhupada define the misgivings in there?
Offenses?
Does it say?
Well, yeah, the whole purport's about the misgivings.
I just realized. I found my new favorite mantra.
What's the purport about?
Just get these out of the way so that we don't have to wake the kids up.
No, I don't get it.
What don't you get? But there's another.
I don't get where it says the misgivings.
What's the purport about?
It's talking about the Supreme and the qualities. Then it talks about a Krishna conscious person who understands the duality in Krishna.
Yep.
Equipped with such transcendental knowledge, knowing the qualities of the Supreme can make a steady path of liberation.
Yeah. The misgivings are about the nature of the Supreme. Thinking that it's either void or one. Those are the misgivings. And it's interesting because Srila Prabhupada, the verse, if you look at the text in the verse, it's talking about like sinful reactions, The word is kalmaṣāḥ. Ask ChatGPT about that word kalmaṣāḥ. Grab the Sanskrit and punch it into ChatGPT.
Misgivings. What am I asking it? What am I asking it?
Just drop it in there and say, what does this mean? Just say, what does paste mean?
Oh. I was looking for it. I didn't know where it was.
It's not doing it. It's not copying. Control C. Copy. Paste.
I wonder if this Mridanga got the radio.
What? I'm not gonna be able to type.
Give it to me. No, the Sanskrit. Oh, you could do it like this. There you go. You can read it out. Read that out.
Okay, here we go. The term kalmaṣāḥ is a Sanskrit word that can be translated to both mean stain, taint, defect, or sin. It often refers to impurities, both physical and metaphorical, and can be used to describe moral wrongs or imperfections in one's character or actions. In various Hindu scriptures and philosophical texts, kalmaṣāḥ may be used to refer to those imperfections or sins that one needs to overcome in order to progress spiritually or morally.
Spiritually or morally. So normally people would take that as being moral, right?
Mm,
Murdering someone is morally bad.
mm,
But Prabhupada's taken it a different way there. It's spiritually and it's philosophical misconception.
mm,
Nirvishesha Shunyavad.
mm.
I don't think that Kirtanananda Swami was Nirvishesha Shunyavad. Maybe, I don't know.
Interesting dissing people.
No, I mean, I'm saying because Prahlad's asking the question, you know? And where most people look from is, and you said it, that given what he committed, the acts he committed,
Mm.
he and then others, under his guidance,
Mm.
but was he philosophically deviant?
Mm.
Yeah.
I think so.
I don't know because like the I don't think so because people who have come the application maybe in his own physical, personal, moral things, but he hasn't produced a ton of philosophically deviant people.
Mm.
Bhakti Tirtha Swami, Devamrita Swami, Radhanath Swami, they're not like, I don't know, unless they're secretly impersonalists.
Mm.
They don't seem to be.
Oh, there you go.
But and then in the other sense of it, like moral kind of failings, then sure.
Yeah, definitely.
But Prabhupada, you notice in his purport, he doesn't go to that.
Mm.
He talks about something else. So people might be like, oh, Bhaktipad, and we were discussing this earlier, about Prabhupada's role and, and putting him in position and everything.
Mm.
In spite of his other moral failings, philosophically he seems to be.
Shortcomings. they say my shortcomings.
Yeah.
I just wanted to see because in the thing it has the Lord as one word.
Did they fix that? Yeah, they missed the space after the
Yeah.
full stop? Yeah.
And the.
Okay.
Yeah, that's what I had to say.
Okay. Cool. You want to bring it home? No, you can bring it home. Give the rest of them.
Okay. Tad-buddhayas, tad-ātmānas, tan-niṣṭhās, tat-parāyaṇāḥ, gacchanty apunar-āvṛttiṁ, jñāna-nirdhūta-kalmaṣāḥ. One whose intelligence, mind, faith, and refuge are all fixed in the Supreme. Thus, when one's intelligence, mind, faith, and refuge are all fixed in the Supreme, then one becomes fully cleansed of the misgivings through complete knowledge, and thus proceeds straight on the path of liberation.
Muy bien, hijo. Okay, Isha's going to do the Tadeo. Tadeo Maori. There you go. No, just do it there.
Harry, whoa. I'm back again. Where is it? Okay, so
Just go to the one there that says translate here to Maori.
what are we doing? 5,
Which verse was it? 5:17?
17.
5:17, yeah.
5K17. Okay.
5:17. Hang on.
You've got this completely set up differently.
Yeah, it's Helmac. The ultimate keyboard layout.
For you.
Yep. It's designed by an artificial intelligence.
Okay.
I've been using it for like 3 years, 4 years.
All right, so I will now do the Te Reo Maori. Ko te hunga e... Wait, gotta scroll up.
Actually, hang on. No, yeah. Grab that. Grab that.
Whee.
Copy. Oh, hang on. This one. Come on. Yeah. And then go there. Google Translate. Click into this part here. Select everything. hang on. Sorry, go back to the other tab. Hang on. Oh yeah, use the right click and copy and then paste it if you want.
No, not cool.
So high, this top end, this bottom end.
Ah,
A little bit low. Like this.
it's better.
But we'll see how temporary or permanent it is. But when what? Did you even check it? Look, it's completely the wrong text.
It always does that. For all my classes, it always does the same, different thing. It even made up a word in Tereo. I was like, yo, what are you doing?
Oh yeah, no, it does that, but no, it's got completely the wrong Bhagavad-gītā text. You didn't notice that?
No.
Now it's going to say, I'm sorry, you're right. That actually is the right one. No, okay.
It's different, yeah.
Matauranga, intelligence, hiningaro, which is
Or how no hininaro.
What? My hair's heavy. Yes, awesome.
Woohoo!
punch it
Ow.
in here.
Elbow.
Knowledge, mind, faith, and all take refuge in the Supreme Being. Wash away all wrong thoughts through true knowledge and walk the straight path of salvation. Does that sound right?
Yep.
Close enough for rock and roll, hey? Yeah, that's good.
Ka wakatau te mātauranga te hinenaro te wakapono me te wakaruruhau katoa ki te mea nui. Ka horoi katoa I ngā wakaro he mā te mātauranga tino, a ka haere tika I te ara o te wakaora. Ka wakatau, when fixed te mātauranga, the intelligent, the hinenaro, the mind.
The mind? Okay.
Usually it means health. Te
Usually means
wakapono,
what?
health, last time I checked.
No, health is
No, hinenaro is mental, mind. Yes, sorry.
yeah, rongo is health.
Um,
Medicine.
Te wakapono, the faith me te, and wakaruruhau, refuge katoa, all ki te mea nui in the supreme ka horoi, then becomes cleansed katoa fully I ngā wakarohe of misgivings mate, through matauranga tino, complete knowledge, and ka haere tika proceeds straight I te ara on the path o te wakaora of liberation. Cool. All right, who wants to sign us out? Me?
Yeah.
Sure. All right, so first I will read it in Te Reo Māori, then I will read it in
Yep.
no
Sanskrit.
and then English. Okay. Ka wakatau te mātauranga te hinenaro te wakapono. Me te wakaruruhau katoa ki te mea nui, ka horu katoa I ngā wakaro he mā te mātauranga tino, a ka haere tika I te ara o te wakaora. Hold on. Tad-buddhayas, tad-ātmānas, tan-niṣṭhās, tat-parāyaṇāḥ, gacchanty apunar-āvṛttiṁ, jñāna-nirdhūta-kalmaṣāḥ. Translation. When one's intelligent, mind, faith, and refuge are all fixed in the Supreme, then one becomes fully cleansed of misgivings through complete knowledge and thus proceeds straight on the path of liberation. Okay, guys, we will sign out.
Param Vijayate Sri Krishna Sankirtanam. Total world victory of Hare Krishna. Yeah, we're doing 8-hour kirtan tomorrow here in Coromandel. Hare Krishna Kartik. Tej Hare Krishna.
Hare
Bible.
Krishna.
Thanks for tuning in. Hare Bol.